Hi, I'm Carol Angela Davis. This is Monday. This is your reality news check. We're going to start with your headlines. Wait until you hear about animal rights group PETA and animals that they're comparing to slavery. Yeah, talk about hitting a new low. Also, news on President Obama and the GOP presidential hopefuls, plus diabetes, pregnancy, and birth defects. Please pay attention. Also, wait till you hear what companies are going up trying to unseat Netflix. We'll tell you about that. And then finally, China looks very good for Yum Brands. We'll tell you about that. But we begin with animal rights group PETA. The group filed an official complaint against SeaWorld. That happened last October. And today, a judge did, believe it or not, take the case under submission. Now, the case is for allegedly violating the 13th Amendment rights of killer whales, also called orcas. You heard me correctly. Does the 13th Amendment apply to killer whales? I have to tell you, you have to remember that the 13th Amendment was intended to abolish human slavery, so this is somewhat insulting, as I'm sure you might expect, for people where the legacy of slavery had such a terrible effect on the African American community. How dare PETA trivialize such a horrible event in our nation's history? It is absolutely remarkable. SeaWorld's attorney, here's what he says. PETA's arguments have, quote, no place in a federal courtroom. He adds that regardless of whether animals were being abused, this is not a matter of constitutionality. He says if PETA is truly concerned about the well-being of the orcas, they should file an Animal Welfare Act lawsuit, he says. He says orcas are not human beings, and he goes on to say, and I need not remind you that African Americans are. Thank you. Okay? A SeaWorld spokesman says this: the orcas have no constitutional standing and the lawsuit is a complete waste of the court's time. PETA has once again showed that it prefers publicity stunts to the hard work of caring for, rescuing, and helping animals. I gotta tell you, PETA, I think you're gonna lose a lot of people on this one. It is frivolous and it is a waste of time. Please. Don't do that. All right. Also, and then it was President Obama. He says he deserves a second term in office, folks. Yes, he does. And if his approval rating is any indication, a whole lot of Americans feel exactly the same way. We should tell you that a new poll out shows that Mr. Obama's approval ratings have moved past 50% for the first time since May of 2011. As for his part, Obama says he created 3.7 million jobs, that in the last 23 months. And let me tell you, folks, that's the most jobs since 2005 and the most manufacturing jobs, if you can believe this, since 1990. Folks, if that doesn't give him a second chance, if that doesn't qualify him for a second chance, if you're not willing to bet on that horse, then you need to ask yourself why, because something is rotten in Denmark if that's your opinion at this stage of the game. All right, also, let's talk about Mitt Romney. He is the GOP front runner at this time. 52%, but however, not doing well in that same poll. 52% of those polled say the more they learn about Mitt Romney, the less they like him. That is not good news for him. So what's he doing? Well, he's revving up his attacks against Rick Santorum. Right now, former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum is leading Romney in Minnesota. And we should also tell you he is second to Romney in Colorado, so he's making some noise over there. Former Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty jumping to Mitt Romney's defense. He is the co-chair of Romney's campaign, so now he is criticizing Rick Santorum, saying this, quote, he clearly has been part of the big spending establishment in Congress and in the influence peddling industry that surrounds Congress, unquote. Well, as for Mitt Romney, he is hoping for big wins on Tuesday, as you know, where we'll have caucuses and primaries in Colorado, Minnesota, and Missouri. We'll keep you posted. All right, in health news, the risk of birth defects increases fourfold, folks. If the pregnant mother has diabetes, please keep your sugar under control. That is the word from a Newcastle University study that analyzed the data from more than 400,000 pregnancies in northeast England. Diabetes, as you know, is known to cause problems in pregnancies. We're talking birth defects, miscarriages, and of course, a baby that could be born overweight due to too much sugar. But get this, according to the study, the risk of birth defects went from 19 in every 1,000 births for women without pre-existing diabetes to 72, folks. 72 in every 1,000 births for women with diabetes. You have to keep your sugar under control. Some experts say below 6.1. Talk to your doctor. In business news, Verizon Communications and Redbox, owned by Coinstar. That's right, folks. They are working hard to unseat Netflix. We'll see if it happens. the two forming a joint venture with just that purpose in mind. It is expected to combine Redbox's DVD rental kiosk business with an internet video offering from Verizon. We'll see if it works. It will also be competing, of course, with Amazon.com and, of course, also with Hulu Plus. As for Netflix, it's doing well, folks. At the end of the year, December 31st, it had 24.4 million subscribers, okay? That is compared to Verizon's 4.2 million with their Fios TV service. And, of course, you know about Redbox, owned by Coinstar. It rents out those DVDs at between $1 and $1.50 per day, depending on what you're getting. And, of course, you know where you get them, at the supermarket, at the drugstore, at Walmart, wherever you see the kiosk out. So we'll see if that works. And finally today, a KFC, KFC are, Kentucky Fried. The parent of KFC, that's Yum Brands. That is the parent of the KFC company. Folks, it is reporting fourth quarter profit that topped Wall Street's expectations, and apparently the company owes it to China. That's right, folks. We should tell you this. Fourth quarter sales at established restaurants in China grew 21% from the year earlier. And we should also tell you this. During the third quarter, folks, Yum's China same restaurant sales rose 19%. All right? Those are your stories. See you later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Follow me on Twitter at CarolAngelaD. See you soon. Wednesday, to be exact.